Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at DRUDDIGON, a brand new Pokemon in the world of Pokemon Go in the Great League Remix Cup. Now, DRUDDIGON is a pure Dragon-type Pokemon with the moveset of Dragon Tail, Night Slash, and Dragon Claw. Now, DRUDDIGON, unfortunately, is not available in the wild, only through research and raids. And a word of caution, through raids, it is tough to get one with a low enough CP to use in the Great League, so you may have to do what I did, which is I did remote raids on 2 accounts and ended up trading to get one low enough. So without further ado, let's hop into the matches and let's take a look at DRUDDIGON in action in the Great League Remix Cup, hopping into the first match against a Shadow Hypno, and there's a bunch of lag off the start. Looks like we do catch back up, and now we're going to be able to go for the Night Slash. Night Slash will hit for super effective damage here. We get the shield, and now I'm going to safe switch into my Drapion, and we're actually met by an opposing Drapion. We do have an energy and shield advantage, so we should be able to win this matchup if we want to. Unfortunately, we do not get the crunch debuff. That is unfortunate. Opponent goes for the crunch, and of course they get the crunch debuff. One of those days you love to see. We're going for the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb connects and does some nice damage here. I honestly don't want to use a shield on the Drapion, so I'm going to let this go. They go for another crunch, and crunch does not KO, and I'm going to be able to reach a crunch of my own, and this crunch should be taking them out. A little bit of lag there. Crunch does take them out, and they bring in Pidgeot to farm down. Now, Pidgeot is a little scary, as of course they do have the ability to either debuff with the Feather Dance or do a ton of damage with the Brave Bird. So I have a tough call to make here. I'm up on shields. I shield up, and it's the Brave Bird, so that's a huge shield. And then they bring back in the Shadow Hypno. Shadow Hypno, I shield up, just the Thunder Punch, and now we're bringing back in DRUDDIGON. As you can see, these Shadow Confusions are chunking DRUDDIGON. DRUDDIGON is definitely not the tankiest Pokemon around. Night Slash will take them out. They bring back in Pidgeot to farm us down. And here we should be in a pretty okay spot because we have so much energy on the Ninetales. The opponent Brave Birded before they switched out, so we should be able to get to the Overheat. And Ninetales reaches the Overheat. Overheat will be taking out the Pidgeot, and that is a good game. Alright, hopping into the next match, we have DRUDDIGON into Whiscash. Now, unfortunately, my backline is very, very weak to Whiscash, so I definitely need to stay in. The opponent safe switches into a Shadow Abomasnow, and we have the perfect response in Kanto Ninetales. Ninetales can definitely tank an energy ball. We are going to be able to farm all the way down and leave with a ton of energy to potentially unload onto that Whiscash. We're going for the Overheat. Even when resisted, Overheat does big damage, even to a bulky mon like Whiscash. We're just not able to get to a Weather Ball the Whiscash will throw to take us out, and honestly, that's okay with me. I'm not too worried about that. We'll bring back in the DRUDDIGON, and we're able to reach a Dragon Claw. Now, Dragon Claw, it gets same type attack bonus, will of course be doing more damage, and they have a Steelix in the back, and this is very scary, as unfortunately, I'm now learning that my entire team is super weak to Steelix. So we'll bring in Drapion, just so that way the Drapion does not have to see the Whiscash, but things are looking tough. I shield up, and it's just a crunch. So the opponent wisely recognizing that they can just go straight crunch in this matchup, and I'm actually going to have to shield because I need to get damage off onto this Steelix. Steelix, of course, running Dragon Tail, which would be hitting me for massive super effective damage. Going for the crunch, we get the defense drop, which is very, very nice, and now we're going for another crunch. Crunch, we're able to get the shield. We do get a second defense drop, and the opponent is able to snipe with Whiscash. Very nicely played there. Mud Bomb will take us out. We bring back in the DRUDDIGON. We have to go for the farm down, and they reach a move. I think they're short of a Blizzard. Should just be the Mud Bomb. It is just the Mud Bomb, and DRUDDIGON able to farm down. And now we're going for the Night Slash, and I'm hoping the Night Slash will be enough to take out the bulky Steelix. But it's not. Steelix survives. One Dragon Tail comes through, and DRUDDIGON survives on 1 HP. Oh my goodness. Hopping into the next match, we have DRUDDIGON into Shadow Machamp, and this is definitely a rough lead for us as we get outpaced. Our Dragon Tails are doing huge damage, but getting outpaced here is not great, and unfortunately it was offset CMP. The opponent is able to switch and catch the Night Slash onto Lickitung. I'm going to farm up a bit here to get some nice Dragon Tail damage before I bring in my Drapion. So as you can see, DRUDDIGON does hit pretty hard. Unfortunately, it's definitely on the glacier side in the Great League, but it does output some pretty solid damage. They are going for the body slam, able to get to a second one, and I should be able to overfarm a bit here because these licks are not outputting a lot of damage on me. We are going to overfarm. We aren't quite able to get to the 2 crunches, but I should be able to survive enough counters from the Machamp to at least reach a crunch. And we're able to do so. We are able to get off the crunch, which is very, very nice. Crunch, the Machamp shields up, and now we're coming back in with the DRUDDIGON. Unfortunately, they do throw, and you know what? I'm actually going to commit the shield here. I want to try and preserve DRUDDIGON. We're trying to feature it, and they have Diggersby in the back, and unfortunately, that's going to be a good game for us. I'm going to try and play it out, but I'm just not seeing the win con here. We bank the move. We're going to bring in the Ninetales, and we have no shields. And they almost assuredly have Earthquake, which they do. Earthquake does massive damage to us. We're going to be going for the Weather Ball. Weather Ball, I mean, it's just not going to be doing enough. They shield up, probably just out of pity more than anything. And you know what? We're not going to win this game, but for science, let's see how much a Dragon Claw does. Dragon Claw does do an okay amount to the Diggersby. Not enough to take it out. We go down to a Fire Punch, and that is a good game. So again, against a Pokemon that can output some pretty heavy fast move pressure, like a Shadow Machamp, DRUDDIGON does definitely struggle. Hopping into the next match, DRUDDIGON into Cresselia. So we're able to hit them for super effective, but we definitely don't want to tank a Moonblast. So I am going to switch into the Drapion, and the opponent actually empties their energy, which is fine by me. We can definitely tank that, and they bring in their own Kanto Ninetales. We are not baiting. We're going straight for the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb lands and does a nice chunk of damage. Unfortunately, the opponent is very wise here, recognizing I was approaching the crunch and throwing a Weather Ball, and we're just not able to get to the crunch. I'm going to bring in DRUDDIGON and farm down. I believe this is the overheat for science. Can we survive an overheat? Overheat, oh my goodness, we barely survive it. As I mentioned, DRUDDIGON definitely not the tankiest. I threw the Night Slash expecting the Crest, but my opponent makes a very nice play. They actually bring in Lickitung there, and I definitely should have gone for the Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw would have done a lot more damage. Lickitung is staying in. The nice thing is they have revealed that they're running Moonblast, and every Cresselia in the Great League is running Grass Knot, so they can only hit my Ninetales for resisted damage, which is very nice. We are able to bait the shield on the first one, and then unfortunately on the second one, I forget to build up to threaten the overheat, so the opponent is able to call it. Here, I think I have to let this go. I do survive a Body Slam, not super comfortably, but it is something that I do definitely survive. And now we're going to be going for the Weather Ball before they reach another Body Slam. They decide to shield up, and they switch out. They bring in Cresselia. Can we get to the overheat? And we're able to get there. That is big. However, we're only going for the Weather Ball because we need to try and leave with energy. I'm pretty sure Lickitung has a move. We shield up the Grass Knot. We're going for the farm down. Come on, Ninetales. Ninetales farms down, very low HP, but we leave with an overheat. Just a bit of a flex. Overheat lands, and that is a good game. And as you see here at the end, the game just went to a black screen, didn't get a victory screen for some reason, not entirely sure why. Again, the game's not in a great state right now. Hopping into the next match, we have DRUDDIGON into Zweilous. I can't really switch out of here because Zweilous will absolutely destroy my poor Ninetales. I'm going to go for the bait here with the Night Slash, and we're able to get a shield. I really don't want to get farmed down, so I'm thinking the best play is actually probably to let it go and come in with the Drapion. I don't think it's quite in crunch range yet, so I am going to be going for the Sludge Bomb, and unfortunately they're able to reach another move, so I am going to need to burn the shield. I want to try and preserve some health on the Drapion. We Sludge Bomb them, we take them out, and they have Probopass in the back. Now the Probopass is running Spark, so that is better for my backline in Kanto Ninetales, but still not great. We can survive the first one. I'm going to try and get off as much damage as possible, and then we're going to need Ninetales to clutch up in a big way. We're able to get off another Crunch, hoping for a debuff here. Crunch comes through. No debuff, and now we bring in the Ninetales. The opponent banks energy, and they have Trevenant in the back. So here I am hoping against hope. This should just be a Seed Bomb, but they're just trying to get any damage off that they can. I'm hoping the Ninetales will be able to clutch. I overfarm as much as I dare, and we're going for the Weather Ball. They decide to let it go. They bring back in the Probopass. Probopass is close to a second move. I'm going to try and double up on Weather Balls here. We're going for the Weather Balls, and we just get outpaced. Absolutely tragic there, and we bring back in the poor Drapion, and I may have been able to get to a move on the Drapion, so pretty big misplay there by me. Hopping into the next match, and we see Trevenant on the lead, and Trevenant is something that our entire team does super well against. We will be able to outpace them. We get to the Night Slash before they get to the Shadow Ball, we'll grab a shield, and now we'll bring in Drapion. Any move they throw here is going to be resisted, so I'm just going to let whatever it is go. Seed Bomb? Sure. And now they bring in Zweilous. I am going to be going for the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb will be doing a nice chunk of damage onto the Zweilous. Zweilous going to be going for the Body Slam, and Zweilous does output a nice amount of damage here. Body Slam gets me pretty low. I don't think that I can get to the Sludge Bomb, so we're just going for the Crunch. Crunch does not KO, unfortunately, and then I'm going to try and take it out with DRUDDIGON. DRUDDIGON is able to take it out, which is very nice, and we're able to get a bit of energy. Back in comes Trevenant, we switch into the Kanto Ninetales, and we actually end up catching a move. It's a Seed Bomb, so again, that's going to be resisted, and they have their own Drapion in the back. I do have shield advantage. I should survive any one move here. Crunch, we do tank that. Not as well as I would have hoped, to be honest. Definitely thought that was going to do less, and we're going straight for the Overheat. Overheat lands, that takes them out. They bring back in Trevenant, and we unfortunately get farmed down just before we reach a move, but DRUDDIGON able to farm down the Trevenant, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, we have DRUDDIGON into Noctowl. Noctowl, unfortunately, significantly outbulks us here. I am going to be going for the Dragon Claw. I'm not expecting them to shield, and Dragon Claw will do more damage. Dragon Claw lands, and now we're going to save switch into Drapion, and we're met with Shadow Machamp. Here, a lot of Drapion's bait. I'm going for the nuke, hoping they call it, but of course, it's a Shadow Machamp. I don't know what I was thinking. They always shield. Unfortunately, Cross Chop will KO me from this range, and they have a ton of energy, so I can't really shield. And we are again in an awkward spot where DRUDDIGON is forced to try and take out a Shadow Machamp, which is definitely a situation where DRUDDIGON struggles. We are going to shield up. Cross Chop would be doing a ton of damage here, and we're farming, and we're going to be going for the Dragon Claw right before they get to the next move. Dragon Claw does take them out. They're probably coming back in with Noctowl, which we bring in the Kanto Ninetales, and unfortunately, this Noctowl does have a lot of energy. They're going for the Sky Attack. That unfortunately chunks there, and they're able to get to another one. They have so much energy, and things are looking rough in this match. Unfortunately, this team not doing the best against Pokemon that have a lot of like high pressure fast moves. So the Shadow counters, definitely a struggle, and then DRUDDIGON versus Zweilous on the lead. Those Dragon Breaths were absolutely eating us alive. We go for the Overheat. Unfortunately, it is shielded. And at this point, that was kind of our win con, was going for the Overheat. DRUDDIGON here is just not going to be able to pull it off. We do get outpaced. They actually go for the Moonblast there. Grass Knot definitely would have KO'd, and we resign the match. So far, the sets have been going okay, slightly positive, and hopping into the final match. We have a Diggersby on the lead, a shiny one at that, and this is something our backline can absolutely not see. Now, the DRUDDIGON Diggersby matchup is very bait dependent. If the Diggersby is able to bait, then Diggersby is in a really good spot. We shield up, and they bait. This is so bad. They'll be able to outpace us here to the Earthquake, and I cannot have Diggersby going up against my backline. So you know what? I'm actually going to commit the second shield. We're going down 2 shields because I need this Diggersby dead. We are going to be going for the Dragon Claw. They elect to take the 2 shield advantage, and they bring in Cresselia. We're going for the Night Slash. Night Slash will be doing a nice chunk of damage onto the Cresselia. Night Slash does land. We are going to farm up here, and now we're going to bring in Drapion, and the Cresselia empties their energy, which honestly, I'm pretty okay with that. Drapion can definitely tank a Moonblast. And we are going to be going for the Crunch. Crunch will be doing big damage, but I'm very confident they're going to shield. They actually let it go, and the reason why becomes clear. They have Shadow Zapdos in the back with 2 shields and Absolute Spice Lord. This is looking rough, but we get the defense drop from Crunch. So maybe we have a chance. This is going to be tough, as a Thunderbolt from Shadow Zapdos will be doing a lot. I'm going to bring in the Ninetales. We're going to try and catch, and we catch onto DRUDDIGON. Is this the Thunderbolt? Yes, it's the Thunderbolt. We're able to catch. We bring back in the Ninetales, and we just have to go for the fast move down. They get to a move. Is this another Thunderbolt? It is, but Ninetales hangs on, farms down, and that is a good game. So all in all, I did have a ton of fun running DRUDDIGON in the Great League Remix Cup. In terms of its viability in the Great League, it's kind of just okay, to be 100% honest. Its lack of bulk in the Great League is definitely a hindrance. It has a very, very cool moveset, and it outputs a lot of damage, but I'm thinking it may have more play in the Ultra League, where in terms of a stat product, it's on a more balanced playing field compared to a lot of what it's going up against. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.